I really miss my long, beautiful hair. I mean, this just sucks. My hair. I really don't like it. But it's better than nothing. Um, so, Earth is total hell because the victim says the truth. But I said the truth about Pretend Alot Narcissist. And this has happened to me my whole life. He intensely hates the truth. Will always be in denial of his ill treatment of me. I mean, just unspeakable hell that he really did put me through. Unspeakable. But I put it all out there on the stupid YouTube channel, and probably had 200 of the same shit, saying the same shit. It's all the same shit. It's what he did, but Earth is hell because of insane creatures like that. From the Black Lagoon. He's just disgusting. He'll never ever change. Yeah, I mean, he's disgusting. But he can't ever admit one thing they did wrong, but that's all narcissists. All narcissists are the same. They can't admit to making their victim want to die, and I don't know why no one ever said that. Oh, well, people just don't want to admit, like, why not? Abusers are that bad. Or just, am I the only one who had it that bad? No, the Turpin children had it worse. Sybil had it worse. Okay. Talking about never having anything. Turpin children. And Sybil. And there is no forgiveness for their parents whatsoever at all. And Joyce Meyer's daddy was real. He wasn't a believer. But, oh, my fake religion. Jesus loves everybody. Yeah, well, I don't deserve it. Well, because I'm not even a chosen one. I don't deserve, yeah, that. But God chose his own before they went into their mommy's belly. So God does know everything. I mean, I recently, the scripture is very, very strong in my spirit. Obviously, I'm like repeating it. It means something. It is something. It is reality. So who are all the other people who were reincarnated? Earth is hell. I don't understand. God created everything. What if hell was all around and somehow there was like a speck of good and that's God? Somehow he came up with, okay, what happened? He died on the cross and it is finished. That is the Bible message. And no one believes it. Now, I'm not sure about back in the day. I do believe in, disciples. They had fire on their head. So the tongues that they spoke was somehow they miraculously, how would they get over in Japan and China? Anyway. But going wherever they went to, in the foreign lands, they could speak their language. They spoke English, but the Chinese heard them speak Chinese. And I don't even think that it's necessary. If you're gods, it'll just come to you. You're not, yeah, I mean, like, no one is God. You know, they're Joyce Meyer followers, and Joyce Meyer is not preaching the real God. She's an inspirational, motivational speaker, but she talks about Jesus, but she's not the real deal. Especially with one of her she had a long commercial, and there was a poor girl whose parents were child molesters, and well, now they're best friends. Okay, I actually don't believe in that. Okay, it could have been made up easily in today's society. You can just here read the script. Oh, I'm on the Joyce Meyer show. Oh, wow. I'll read it for free. Oh, good. Yes. Joyce Meyer fans. Do it for free, yeah. Anything can happen on Hell Earth, but that's not very likely that happened. It's more likely what would happen in LaToya's situation. That's real life. Not what Joyce Meyer's little fantasy world, her little commercial, her little god. Okay. I mean, it's a nice thought. It was that easy. People worked with each other. You could actually forgive a narcissist. You can't. They are Satan. They are going to disappear. There's nothing good about them. They came to steal, kill, and destroy their victim. And that's all they do. And that's all Pretend Alot Narcissists ever did to me. The little tiny crumb he gave me, the only things they ever said to me was, okay, you win. Meaning, he couldn't say what. I win with what? He can't admit to all the wrong he did. He can't just come out. Why can't narcissists just say, yeah, I'm a real asshole? But my dead husband, a few times, he did say that. Well, I was trying to run away. Okay. It's awful. They're Satan. Insane abusers. They're just out to destroy their victim emotionally. They totally erase. Yeah, and they do change their victim's brain. So I did have brain damage. I was mentally ill because of all of the neutrons in fight or flight around Pretend Alot Narcissist. I mean, I'm scared to death of him. He's screaming in my face. He's rough. He threw me on, Alright, and he can't accept any of this. So, that's why you live in hell. Because the narcissist will always lie and be in total denial. And they are the most insanest people on, and there's so many of them. So they pick and choose who their victim is. And that's it. And other people they let take advantage of them. They don't know what they're doing at all. I mean, they allow any abuse that's in their life, but their victim who gives them no abuse at all, they're the ones who's giving their victim all the abuse, lying to them, manipulating them with vicious lies to destroy them emotionally. And then all their little neurons in their brain changed. God's blood changed my neurons back. So I'm healed from Pretend Alot Narcissist abuse. And that's the only way I can be healed. he's Satan awful, you know? Not God awful. Why do people say God awful? Well, there's a million gods in this world, so pick and choose. But Satan, I mean, yeah, everything is a god, you know? There's millions of gods on this planet. Millions. I guess. Said millions. Maybe thousands or more realistic. I don't, why would I think of that shit? My whole life was hell because of insane abusers. And they're right. And they are the most mentally ill people on the planet. The narcissists. The same as... Why do they have all these categories? Covert narcissist, sociopath, psychopath. They're all the same. A covert narcissist is a sociopath. I hate all these categories. Well, no, they're just Satan. They're just downright Satan. They scream in your face until they make you want to die with the worst, vicious, unspeakable insults that anyone could ever deal with. Any victim couldn't deal with. Because they made them want to die. That's pretty bad. And it's all their fault. It's not the victim's fault. Oh, you allowed it. A victim doesn't allow their abuser to come down on them and destroy them emotionally. It's crazy. Oh, they want attention. Like, that's the stupidest thing to say. Why would you want hell? Nobody gives a shit anyway. Let me just tell you, it's all these crazy videos, everyone watches them. Like, it was therapy for me, actually. So, and Earth is hell. It's my proof of Earth is hell because Pretend Alot Narcissists never had to go through one bad thing, never had to go through karma. Now look the hell that he put me through. Major hell. Seriously. Like, saying I raped Alex. Like, that was total hell. My neurons are like scrambling in my head, making me more crazy, because I wanted to save Alex from being raped. And then he just pours it on to give me complex trauma remembering. Like, I didn't, it's like, no, that never happened. But their magic wizardry, wicked wizardry, create their truth to be real in their victim's mind. Oh, no. And then that's why victims go insane. They have no outlet at all. Like, they of course, no one's going to listen to them but a counselor. If they're a good counselor. How many bad counselors are there? Well, probably more than good counselors. Thank God I had more good counselors than bad counselors. I had a really, really bad one in 2021, and my son Alex went to her, and she was fired for breaching information. And she's trying to kick Alex. Your mom was never married. No, and she should go to the mental health hospital, shouldn't she, Alex? Like, she's an awful, awful, unspeakable counselor. Okay, like, well, why would I was happy at the mission. Now, it wasn't like, but, it was okay. The people I met, and I'm sad for my best friend that remained in her horrifying death relationship. That was her choice. Would have been better if she would have joined the program, even if, it's better than her to be with her monster, creep, insane abuser. he almost killed her. There's another situation with someone I met. It's called trauma bonding. I'm talking about the girl that probably the boyfriend killed her in 2021 with the mission. It's called trauma bonding, and I had that with pretend alot narcissists. I thought I needed. No, it's not. I just kept on defending myself. It's like. It's weird that the victim wants validation. The victim wants their abuser to admit what they did, but they never will. And they just make it worse for them and attack even worse. Like their victim is not supposed to stand up and love themselves and say, "You're a piece of shit. You made me want to die. There's nothing good about you. Why don't you just go kill yourself?" I mean, that's reality with insane abusers. Seriously. Like, there's nothing good about them when they go to the point of making their victim want to die. There's nothing good about them. Like, that's their mission in life. Well, why don't they just go kill themselves? Like, who cares? And just get reincarnated back into hell again. Maybe the mom will have an abortion and get reincarnated back in hell again, and that mom will have an abortion. And I can't harm anyone. Until the end of time, until Jesus makes every demon bow because he said it is finished. But whose job is it for that to happen? It's his chosen ones. The chosen ones have to not have any wrong on them. No blemish. I don't know where they came up with sin, but wrong is a more appropriate word. Bad, evil, wrong. I mean, wrong is wrong. Transgenders going into kindergarten class and displaying their ugly bodies, okay, and act like they're having sex on the floor with, like, two could be looking like they're having sex in front of kindergartners. That's not okay. But that's how far America died with, but you're not child molesting a kid, but still, that's slight child molestation right there. Them seeing a transgender trying to get on with another transgender, or trying to have sex with the floor, like they're doing lap dances on the floor, transgenders half naked, and that's what this is acceptable? No, it's not. That's a slight, light child molestation. Children aren't allowed to watch porn, or else they're damaged. And then if you really rape a child, then they're really damaged. But there's like light forms of child molestation. That would be a transgender on the damn ground, looking like he's having sex with the floor. The kindergartner doesn't need to see that, and that's what happened in America. That's pretty bad. Okay, but they never did anything about child molestation, which is a hell of a lot worse. So, there you go. Why didn't they do anything about child molestation? Because there's too many of them. It's too hard to deal with. Why? But the reality is there's too many of them. And too many people back them up. They can't. It's such a horrific thing. Nobody wants to believe it. And you can't do anything about it. And I didn't see any karma happen to Jim Keebler, who died in Florida. My uncle, who raped his 2 daughters. I didn't see any karma. He married a woman, Emily. She died, and he was, oh, I'm lonely. Yeah, but you're living comfortable, aren't you? Yeah, like, really? Did his consciousness, bring guilt to him because he raped his 2 daughters? No. No, these people are mentally ill, and they think what they do is okay. They're high. They have high esteem, self-esteem. Their self-esteem goes through the roof. Sociopaths. I put them all in the same category. Sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists, covert narcissists, whatever you want to call narcissists. Like, they're nuts. They're insane. This is 20 minutes again. Shut